Yo, it's your boy Irv Gotti. What's going on, everybody? Back again with another video for the Gotti's Garage channel. Man, I was super excited to shoot this content today. Yesterday, I finally got the brakes finished up on the SS, got it all cleaned up, treated to bed, tucked it away in the garage real nice for Cars and Coffee Nashville today, because it is always a hit. And then it poured raining all morning, man. So I cried myself back to sleep. I woke up and I said, what am I gonna do? So I said, shit, I'll shoot a video of the other truck. So that's what I got for you guys today, man. Let's check out the other one. So any of you guys who already follow me on social media, again, that's Irv Gotti, EARV_G0TTI. You've already seen this truck, bits and pieces of it, but you haven't seen a full in-depth review of it like we're gonna go through today. And for you guys who are just now joining in, stay tuned. All right, guys, what we've got here is a 2002 Ford F-150 Lightning clone, right? I do not pretend that it's a real Lightning. I do not claim for it to be a real Lightning. It is a Lightning clone 100%. However, it is cleaner than most real Lightnings that you will see it pull up next to, guaranteed. Tell you a little bit about how I found this truck, man. I started looking for an actual Ford Lightning. I started doing a little bit more research as I started searching a little bit harder, finding out some issues and things about him that I didn't really care for. I wanted to be a daily driver. Shout out to my buddy Tom Anderson. I love him, I miss him to death. But Tom's part of the reason that you guys see this truck here today, man. Tom started giving me a lot of info about these things. You know, just listening to him, and it just really wasn't the way I was kind of looking for it to go. So I tried to find one that was low miles, well maintained, things like that. Ended up not working out. When I found this thing on Marketplace, I started talking to the kid. He was down in Houston. It seemed like a pretty decently put together truck, something that I could really take and, you know, put my own stamp on. Tom's like, dude, that's the way to go. You get all the looks of a Lightning, which is what the nostalgia and what the feelings are about, but you get all the reliability of an LS. So it's the perfect storm. I daily drove it for almost a year. I would drive this thing to California in a heartbeat, which is part of the things I love about the LS. Cost of ownership is down, right? There's parts available everywhere. There's so many interchangeable parts. An LS engine is like Legos, man. All you have to do is piece it together. Reliability, like I said, this thing versus a 5.4. So you do miss the supercharger whine. I do have a supercharger kit for it, but as of right now, it's still got some pretty good sounds. So let's walk around it, check it out, start it up, let you guys hear it. The original Lightning was not this bright. It was a much darker red. This color is Ford Race Red. It's a lot brighter, a lot more vivid, a lot more vibrant. It really gives this truck the look that it needs. We have a cowl hood on here, but not the standard hump. This one has the split going up the middle. To me, a much cleaner, more aggressive look on this truck. That is an OEM Ford Lightning grill. So it took 2 Lightning grills to make this one. I thought this was really fitting since the truck has an LS swap in it. Down the side of the truck, nothing too fancy here, but as you get back to the bed, as you can see, we've got these smooth street scene color match bed caps. Those are a little tough to find for the 10th gen, but they're out here. And then of course the tailgate wing on the back. A lot of people mount that thing kind of angled up a little bit more. I had it that way when I first put it on there, but just truly wasn't a fan of that look. So changed it out a little bit, give it more of a drag wing kind of look. Bed cover back here as well, low profile, so it sits down in the rails. As you can see, we don't want one sitting up on top of the caps. If you're at the right angle, you can't even tell it's got one on it. LED tail lights on the rear. Got the billet bumper plate on the back as well. And there's no Ford emblems anywhere on this truck. So anyone who's in the Lightning community or a Lightning owner knows that a third brake light is like gold. So I'd been searching for one. I had an LED third brake light up here. Really wanted to complete the look with a Lightning one. I was about to PayPal a guy. I was literally logging in when LMR released on their Instagram that they were finally doing a reproduction Lightning style third brake light. And then there's these one-off wheels that I've got here. So the fronts are 22 by 9.5, the rears are 22 by 11.5. We've got the step lips all the way around, of course the spike lug nuts, and the floating caps. The wheels really set this truck off. Before, it did have 20-inch replicas on it, and they were nice. They just really couldn't give it the look that I was wanting. So went to the drawing board. These are kind of like replicas of the stocks, but they have a little bit more done to them. Thickness of the spokes has changed a little bit. Split it into 3 pieces and add the step lip. The brushed and polished contrast adds a nice touch. Last thing on the exterior, a lot of people ask me about the tint on this truck. It is pretty smacked, I'll tell you. It's 5% all the way around, 15% on the full windshield, with a 5% brow on half of the windshield. It sounds a lot worse than it really is. From the inside, that's what you get. This truck did start with an all tan interior. Found a donor truck and pulled all the plastics out of it that I could. I only ended up having to dye about 2 pieces inside of here and the center console. So a factory Lightning came with a bench seat, Cyclones, SRT 10s. Those trucks came with captain seats options inside of them. These are Expedition seats. I had these recovered, SVT logo stitched in, Expedition console down here as well with the SVT logo stitched in also. Another subtle change I did to these seats that a lot of people honestly just don't notice is standard a Lightning will have suede on these outer bolsters and leather through the inside. I switched it up and did the opposite because you see a lot of those seats down here, they're all torn up. Right here, they're all torn up because the suede's just not going to handle that. Down here on the bottom as well, billet accessories down here. We wrapped the plastic down here in suede also. We did the seat belt wraps as well, and leather also. New mats. New carpet. It's fully sound deadened underneath. The audio setup was just built for this truck last month. It's got 2 Scar shallow mount 10s, 2 PRV 6.5s, and 2 PRV tweeters. LED courtesy lights, billet, anything you can think of, handles, window switches, lock switches, door sills, seat switches, vents, AC controls, steering wheel adapter, steering wheel. Pulled the grip off, had it wrapped in the same leather as the seats as well. Just a nice finishing touch on that interior. There's nothing crazy under the hood. This thing is truly just a work truck, man. It's a runner. Clean reliability, 5.3. It's got a stage 2 cam. Right, let's start it up, let you guys hear it. So yeah, no supercharger noises for right now, but a nice cam and some Borla exhaust make up for it. All right guys, that should do it for this truck, 2002 Ford F-150 Lightning clone. Drop a comment below, man. Tell me what you think. You hate it? You love it? Think it's sick? You think it's stupid? A lot of people giving me hate on this thing because it's a clone or because it's LS swapped, and man, you know, it's part of it. If you could build something that everybody in the world loved, you'd be the first to do it, man. So just build what you want, except for a shitbox. Don't build a shitbox. All right, guys. Well, as always, please like, share, subscribe. Appreciate the support. See y'all next time.